Hi Stacy, it's your friend Amy. Hope you're doing well and you're getting ready for Christmas. I'm going to show you a couple things to help you with your one-arm push-up progressions. But before I do that, I want to just emphasize that you really want to make sure you progress very judiciously and slowly. When I first did the body weight, it was when you and I were training with Amanda back in 2016. And I just greased the groove for those months. I just worked at kitchen counter level, maybe a little bit less. And then when we finished up, I had I think about 4 weeks, and I did the program that you're on. That program is actually kind of advanced when it comes to the hanging leg raise, progressions, things like that. So I'll show you a couple things you can do with that. Headstands, handstands, you can work on those. You go through those in detail. Your headstand looked really good. I would just try to work on getting vertical. So videotape yourself and then slowly work on getting those legs to be vertical, and just always think hollow position. Get on the StrongFirst site and find some articles about hollow and practice that a lot, because it's going to help you in all of your exercises, whether it's the one-arm push-up, the pistol progressions, the hanging leg raises, the pull-ups. All of it kind of starts with that really strong hollow position. Now, as far as your one-arm push-up is concerned, it looked pretty good, and I like the level you were at. But a couple drills you can do. One, go back to your SFG 1 manual and look at all of those strength exercises we did to help our press. So you're going to be working on, even though on the bar you're gripping the bar as opposed to screwing your hand in, you're going to work on all of those high tension drills that help transfer that energy into your one-arm push-up or any of these exercises. So you're going to work on the grip, screwing, if you're standing, screwing your feet into the floor. It's hard when you're doing an angle, but still you get the idea. Also, the power breathing, it's very important. And constantly think about, as far as your abs are concerned, decreasing the distance between your rib cage and your hips. Really focusing on that contraction. That is going to be key. The anterior chain comes into play huge, and the last couple certs I've been to for the body weight, I've been through it a lot, they've been emphasizing that more. Of course, the lats, all of that are very important. One drill you can do to kind of help you as far as your lats are concerned is just get a dowel and think about that corkscrewing your shoulders, okay? I'm thinking about putting my right shoulder into my left back pocket, okay? And you're just corkscrewing those shoulders in, okay? And then from here, you can just practice that, pulling it in, and when you do even regular push-ups, you're going to want to really treat these as if you were doing a heavy bench press. So corkscrew, pull in, okay, and all of those strength building drills that we learned in SFG 1 carry over into this push-up we're doing. One of the other things to think about is you want to do a very close to the body, I don't know if you can see it, maybe this is a better angle, very close to the body push-up. You might just practice that with your regular push-ups. You don't want to elbow flip at all. You want this to be, and this is a lot safer too. So that was something I noticed in your one arm, is it kind of looked, turn this way, like your elbow was flaring out a little bit. So if this was the bar you were using, it kind of looked a little bit like that. So just try to keep that, those elbows in. And this is something throughout the day, if you want to do grease the groove, you can have your dowel and just practice that, but really pull that in, load it up, and then that power breath. Okay? And again, don't try to rush it. You need to practice some of those skills for a couple weeks before you move on to even one-arm progressions. That's fine. Just do that. You have so much time. You've got all this time before your cert, and then you've got 6 months after. You've got 10 months to work on this, basically, which is more than enough time for you to get it. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to turn the camera off, and then I'm going to do something different here. Okay, so I've got a bar set up, and I want you to watch me do this. One thing that I noticed you were doing on your push-up, she got set up good. Okay, go ahead and when you start here, take your step out. It's going to get you in the habit of really focusing on the setup. So you got here, and when you came down, we were like this. Kind of pulled our chest, our upper chest towards the bar. Think about leading with your hips. So again, start at the bar, get your setup, get those hips screwed in, get your feet set, okay? And I want you to lead with the hips. And you'll see that the bar is going to be a little bit lower. And as that bar goes down in height, and you slowly progress this, you want to think about having all that tension through your body and pulling down, leading with your hips. That's going to make a huge difference as opposed to trying to kind of lead with your chest. We actually are bringing our whole body in one piece, leading with the hips. Okay, and I just did that wrong. You want to grip that bar all the way around, because if you slip, you'll knock your teeth out if you hit the bar. And that comes right from Karen too. Okay, those are the things I think that at first, if you work on with your push-up, is going to make a big difference. And maybe just spend a couple weeks really practicing that. Get that dowel, corkscrew, pull in. Work on keeping the elbows closer to your body. And you want that forearm to be perpendicular. Essentially, if the bar is the floor, you want to have a vertical forearm. So as you pull down, okay, it's not going to be perfect with elevation, but don't get too hung up on that. But keep in mind a vertical forearm, so don't flare your elbows too much, okay? Work on all of those high tension skills, okay, the glutes. Work on those hard style planks. You really want to create that tension in your abs. Think about shortening the distance between your European hips, okay? And that corkscrew, putting the shoulders in the opposite back pocket. This is so much more neurally fatiguing than any of the other stuff that we're used to doing. And that's just one of the reasons why you really want to keep those sets and reps short, stay fresh. You're going to build your strength a lot faster than if you try to force it. That's it for now on the one-arm push-up, and I'm going to turn the camera off again and show you a drill for the hanging leg raise that you can do. Okay, you'll see right now my flexibility is not great. I would like to try to get my feet on the same bar as my hands are on. I'm a little cold, it's kind of early. But you wrap those feet around and then you straighten and you almost feel like you're pushing the bar away with your hands, and just come to here Power breathe back. That's the drill we do for the top half. And then there's some drills that what you can work on for the lower half, putting it all together. But really and truly, as far as that hanging leg raise goes, start with your hollow position. Get really good with that, and then hollow hangs is probably where we should be starting with that. That program on the Strong First site, I believe, is sort of assuming that a person may already have a hollow or a hanging leg raise, and then you're just kind of doing it for your strength. But that's a drill you'll learn at the cert, and that'll help you get to a really good hanging leg raise. And to be honest, that hanging leg raise, it's probably the hardest skill you're going to learn at the cert, along with the handstand push-ups. And working the progressions are going to make a lot of the other stuff a lot stronger, but really start out with an easy progression. Okay, and I can go over more of that later if you have questions. All right, I'll see you later.